everybody? It's your girl Sophie back here on Sofia's Football Talk to preview the Man United versus Wolverhampton, aka Wolves, game in the Premier League for game week. I believe this will be game week 33, so the 33rd game of the season in the Premier League. And let's be honest, it's a game. Do we really care that much about it? Not really. It's a reason why I said, in the title, play the kids, play them kids. Let the kids get an opportunity and let them prosper. Let them flourish, you know, to get the opportunity, and hopefully they will take them properly and utilize it to their best ability because I don't want to see a lot of these senior players. I'm not trying to get any more new injuries. Ooh, voice crack. I'm not trying to get any more like injuries or anything like that. I'm trying to just focus on the Europa League trophy. We have about 2 weeks to the semifinal. We now have this Premier League game, another one in a week. Play the kids. Play the kids. And that's also what Ruben Amorim did say in this press conference. If we have to, the kids will be playing because we're going to be prioritizing Europa League, and rightfully so. That is a trophy that we definitely can win, but you can't do it if you keep playing the main men week in and week out. But we will be talking about that, and of course, as we always do, dive into some Man United news related stuff. But before we do all of that, make sure that you give this video here a big thumbs up because the more likes we get, the more we are able to push the video out there for new people to see and new people to react to and new people to enjoy. So yeah, subscribe as well. We are on the road to 10K subscribers, so let's make that happen before the end of the year and consider becoming a member of the channel. Join the Sofia's Football Talk family. Link is in the description box, but also pinned in the chat. You can also see a join button right there, very next to the like button if you're watching this on a browser. So another way to help support the channel. But either way, let's get into it. Big up, Ravi. Yes, smash a likes up. We have indeed been, one roller coaster. Or technically it has been a roller coaster. Up and down with lots of downs. Lots of them. But what happened on Thursday? I said I haven't gotten past that yet. It was incredible. And Wolves, they ain't gonna be easy. Yes, I believe they've won 4 games in a bounce. Like they cruising. Pick up Amir says in Amorim we trust. I said some stuff that I didn't mean because I was very reactionary during the game when we were 4-2 down. But I'm willing to give Amorim some time. See what we can do with some players in. Get some players in. Get a striker. Get a wing back or two. Get some midfielders. New goalkeeper 100%. And we move. Does Garnacho start? We will talk about that more so a little later on in the show. But Man United news, transfer news. Man United set an observer, by the way, to FC Porto's game yesterday to watch Diogo Costa. We've been heavily linked with new goalkeepers. Even when we were linked with Onana 2 seasons back, Diogo Costa was one of the players that we were looking at. I know definitely some parts of the fan base were saying, yeah, bring him. I'm not really a super fan of Diogo Costa, if I'm going to be honest. I think he has a little bit of Boso gene. He's definitely better when it comes to penalty shootouts. Don't get it twisted, but I do feel like he has a little bit of that Boso gene in him. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be like, go ahead, bring him, because I think there are better should be better options out there. So for me, I'm saying bring me a young Oblak if he's available, which he probably won't be. But a girl can dream, right? Like let me dream. Either way, we have to wait and see. More news. Man United interested in Joe Bellingham remains very high ahead of the summer transfer window. Not shocked about that. We've been linked with him for a while. Obviously, we, of course, right before Jude Bellingham, his older brother, picked Dortmund, we were linked with him then as well. Or his brother, obviously, Jude. He decided to pick Dortmund, and, the rest is history. He's now playing for Real Madrid. Yep, they lost, knocked out by Arsenal, but it's still a very big achievement to even become like, okay, get signed to Real Madrid and become like a first team starter, a big figure, getting these hella big deals. Like, what does he have? Like Nike, these, come on. From Birmingham, big up. So we have to wait and see. Man United are the current front runners in the race to sign Antoine Semedo, which I've talked about before, this summer. Ruben Amorim is a big admirer of Semedo and has ideas about how to deploy him in a new look attack next season. But Bournemouth want 70 million. I do not want that money for us to pay for Semedo. I like Semedo. I don't like Semedo for 70 million, though. I don't. We're saying 30, 40. I can even push it to 40. I'm saying yes to 70. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing all of that. We're already looking at a Cunha. So we can't have multiple players that we pay over, 50, 60 mil plus for. Like, nah, we can't do that. That would be a bit too much. A bit too much. So respectfully, no. Why and how did Ten Hag pass up on Gravenberch? I don't know why we're talking about. Why do we always have to make it about Liverpool? It's not a Champions League conversation. Liverpool is not in there. It's not an FA Cup. Liverpool is not in there. Like, no, we're not going to talk about Liverpool. Yuck. Respectfully. Atalanta keeper is good. Yeah. Oh, by the way, how is that other game going? I really hope Napoli slip up. Please, I beg. Monza, I beg you, please win against Napoli. Either way, Antoine for 60 is a bargain as he's Premier League proof. Imagine saying 70 million is a bargain. 70 million is a bargain. No, we're taking. Back in the day, 70 million was like, guys, are we deeping how much, the window, the market has fluctuated. Like it is insane. Players are going for 70 million and we're saying that's calm, that's a bargain. Yeah. There was a time where 70 million was like, whoa, one of the most expensive transfers. Now, players be going for 100 million plus. Yeah, this is what I'm saying though. Anthony, you're saying Anthony was 89 million. We had scouts that told us he ain't worth more than 20 millions. We decided to pay that money because we came very late for him at the end, close to the transfer window was about to close, and he made an uproar. He said, nah, I ain't gonna play. I ain't gonna play for Ajax. Sorry, transfer request. Nah, I ain't going to train. No, I want to go to Man United. They said, okay, if you're gonna go, then we need some peace for you because we have sold the players that we needed to sell. We can't sell you now. So if we do sell you, then we need to get some peace. And they did. And that was a lot of money. I will never praise the Glazers, Woodward. Never. Bun those lads. Now you're taking. Now you know, Bart. Now I got time. I'm in a good mood. Time out for you. Light time out. We ain't got time for this, Bart. We ain't got time for this. Either way, keep getting the likes up, by the way, people. Once again, let's get into some team news. So Ruben has hinted he must now prioritize the Europa League, and that could lead to younger players being guaranteed opportunities to shine in the Premier League. Everybody keeps saying to play the kids. Can we stop this? We aren't guaranteed to win the Europa League. What if we played the kids and lost all of our rest of games and finished 17 with no Europa? Then that's a gamble. That I mean, what is the difference between finishing 17 and 14? I'm sorry, Z. Respectfully, I don't care. I'm sorry. We can't sit here and. Of course, there's definitely no guarantee for us that we will be winning the Europa League. I'm not saying that we need to go past Athletic Bilbao and then it'll be the Spurs or Glimt in the final. We don't know how this will go. But I'm saying I want us to at least give it a go. And we can, because we're going to get annoyed if we keep playing the first team starters week in and week out in Premier League games that don't really matter. They don't count for anything. We already hella poorly down in the gutter in the Prem. So why not let the kids have a go, see how they do? What if some of them ends up becoming future gems? What if they end up shining and doing hella well? You never know. What if we end up winning games with them? Some. I'd rather us give it a go with some youngsters, see how it goes, and then you go all in the Europa League. Halas. We can't start the kids in the Prem and get embarrassed at home either. Broski, how about we get embarrassed with the heavy hitters as well, though? Because that's happened before. We've gotten embarrassed with the heavy hitters. I'm willing to give them a chance. I am. Either way, the right quote, or wait, before that, he also says, but he also pointed out, Amorim, obviously, 18-year-old defender Aiden Heaven as a good example of somebody who grasped their opportunity with both hands. And this is what he said. I think it's not the best moment or the best season to put some kids to play because, again, they need a strong base to really show what they can do. But in this moment, we need to do it. And sometimes you have surprises. Aiden just played, and I can be honest, we did it because we had injuries in that moment. But today, I think Aiden is my player. So when he is ready and facing the competition in the team, he is ready to play. So you don't know. Almas did really well. Cheeto, when he played quite well. It is difficult. It's a difficult moment. It is not the right moment for the kids to play. But if we have to do it, then we will do it. Amorim also confirmed in his press conference that Victor Lindelöf and also Mazraoui will be available on Sunday after both had to deal with personal issues during the Lyon game. Hopefully both of them are all right, but they will be available. So the thing is, when I say play the kids, and you will see the lineup that I picked, because you still do need a couple of senior players, and I'm thinking more so the guys that will be on the bench regardless either way, sprinkled with a couple of youngsters. I think that's the best way to go about it. I don't want to see a Bruno starting week in and week out. Bruno need a break. Yes, we know Bruno can play. We know a lot of people pick up his availability. Incredible. But I don't want to drag that luck down. And I think with Dallo as well, there were a quote from Amorim that said he got very tired at the end. And rightfully so. He played 120 minutes. You're going to get tired. Plays week in and week out. Some of them need a proper break. They need a break. Let them have a break. They need a break. Our standards have fallen so low. Broski, when we decided to finish 8th last season, I think the standard was out of the door. Long time before then. Respectfully. Agree with you. There's no harm now to play the kids, not to lose. This is what I'm saying. I'd rather see them have a go, see what they can do, and then maybe end up finding, it'll be like a preseason for them, which is a bit mad to say that, but we have nothing else to play for in the league. We finished 17. Okay, we finished 17. I'm not going to lie. It's horrendous. Finish 17, get me the Europa League, and we act like, we won't see a season like that again, hopefully. Because I thought nothing could get worse than last season. oh, this season proved it can get a lot worse. But give me that trophy. Give me that trophy at least. At least. Who's going to create if we aren't starting Bruno? But see, do you want us to start Bruno week in and week out? Should he not get a break? Should he not be able to, should we just rely on one player to create? This is why we need to get some more midfielders in. Another one or two that can do something very similar to Bruno, that are able to create. Because if we're just going to rely on Bruno to do it, then we have already fallen off long time ago. This is what I'm saying. What if you give youngsters a chance and you see some youngsters can do it? You don't know until you give them a chance. Casemiro got himself an opportunity last season. Here we are. Garnacho, although I'm not his biggest fan no more, he got an opportunity a few seasons back, never looked back. This is what you're going to do. You need to just give them opportunities. Look with Rashford. Rashford got brought into the team, 9 years ago. Yes, we all know he obviously ended very sourly now. But when he got brought into the team, it was because we had no attackers. And I remember hearing about other academy players. I wasn't really hearing his name. But Van Gaal was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to bring you in. Since then, never look back. It's not like we decided to take him back into the academy. We didn't, because he kept playing good. And he made a name for himself, became a, first team starter. Yes, dipped down heavily over the years, but the first few years with Rashford was nice to see, with a youngster showcasing, hey, you just give me an opportunity, I'll prove to you I can do it. And this will be the opportunity. Not the best circumstances, but at least something. You can't always get, smoothly getting integrated into the team. That doesn't happen for everybody, unfortunately. But you have to take those opportunities right as you see them. Okay? And we ain't doing no handouts here. Are you ready or you're not ready? If you ain't ready, sit at the back. It's fine. If you're not ready, somebody else will take your opportunity, take your chance, and showcase they're ready. Chido, are you ready? If you get an opportunity, are you ready? Kukoni, are you ready? Amas, you got an opportunity to play 2 back-to-back games. You ready to play another one? Let's go. Morehouse, you gonna play? You ready? Are you ready? Biancheri, I don't know. Are you ready? Are y'all ready? You tell me. You tell me. Bruno, our best midfielder in the world. He has been doing his thing. Not even gonna lie about that. Not even gonna lie about that. So, how will we then set up? So, obviously, we talked about players that potentially could be playing. We're gonna be hearing about the youngsters, but who are playing? I'm saying I think probably Onana will start again. That's what I think, because the next game won't be until next Sunday anyway. I think it's next Sunday against Bournemouth. So, yeah, that's going to be a difficult game, even though Bournemouth has been struggling, but still, that ain't going to be easy by any means necessary. Not going to lie, that ain't going to be easy. And they've been struggling, to be fair. They've really been struggling the last few games, yeah. We have to wait and see. So, Onana starts. And then I'm going to say, I think Mazraoui, Lindelöf, Shaw in the back three. Yep. So, yep. But then again, I realized I wrote Mazraoui twice, because who's going to play in the wing back role? Maybe, you know what? I'm going to say Amas starts, and then maybe he ends up playing Dorgu, Maybe. I could be wrong. I'm going to say Dorgu for now. And then I need Casemiro to take a break. I need Ugarte to take a break, and Bruno to take a break. Thing is, do I have a feeling not all of them are going to take a break? So I'm just going to go with Eriksen Mount in pivot. Mainu can get some minutes, that's fine. With Garnacho, I don't want to start Garnacho, but I'm saying like have a go. Even though I'm saying, to be fair, if we have another youngster that we can play in the 10, I'd rather go with that, to be fair. Respectfully, I'd rather that. Cheeto up top. I really hope we can see Cheeto. I'm praying that we can see Cheeto. I really hope we will. Yes. My score prediction. Let me know your score prediction in the chat as well as we slowly but surely wrap up the stream. It's not going to be, these match previews don't tend to be the longest, and that's fine. That's completely fine. Let me know your score prediction though for the game. Do you think we're going to win the game? Do you think it's going to be a draw? Or do you think the Wolves are going to win? Let me know. My score prediction is 2-1 Man United. We could definitely lose. We could draw. I hope we can win. We can get to 40 points. Let's move. Yes, Casemiro led. Casemiro. The slander that he's been getting. I love that. Love that man. Like, he's been the utmost professional. Like, when multiple games here and there, wasn't being played by Amorim and, has been getting opportunities the last few weeks, month and a half maybe, and he's not looked back. He's been brilliant. I'm not going to lie. If Casemiro is willing to reduce his wages heavily, I'll take one more season of Casemiro. One more. I really wouldn't mind. This comes from me because I just he's so good, and I just love his whole personality. I love his passion. Like, the guy has been there, done that with Real Madrid, and he's at our banter era, but he still like puts his heart on his sleeve. Like, see how much he cares, and also with Varane, I think we should have put so much more respect on Varane as well, because I felt like he was incredible, in my opinion. Injuries didn't help him out, but wow. So yeah, it's just certain players. I think it's important, yes, quality-wise, he brings, when he's on it, he brings a lot quality-wise, but it's also the stuff off the field, like in the dressing room. You need a character like Casemiro to be like, guys, grow a pair. Where are your cojones? Grow a pair. Stop, looking so down on yourself, show some fighting spirit. And that's what I really respect about Casemiro. So before we end it, my score prediction will be 2-1 Man United, like I said. I'm going to say, I think I did say on Sky, aka Sunshine stream yesterday. Do check it out if you haven't already. The Stretford Scoop. I said that Cheeto was going to score and Cunha was going to score. So Cheeto brace. Imagine though. Oh, I just hope that, how we win. Will be very nice. Yeah, but we have to wait and see. I will be back straight after that game tomorrow. Make sure you do check out my FPL video that I posted yesterday. And yeah, hopefully you guys are having a nice time in this Easter holidays. Those who support or are celebrating Easter, happy Easter to y'all. It's what I'm realizing. Next year, I gotta travel away. I gotta get away from Norway during Easter because a bunch of stores are closed for multiple days, and I'm bored. I really am hella bored. So, and I'll be back to work next week. So it is what it is. So most likely we will be having some not so much content next week. We'll try to still do as much as we can. Still trying to sort that out. But either way, thank you all so much for being here for the stream. I hope we will win as well, Amir. Hey, you know what? Thank you for letting me know, Ravi. Let us. He's done this for me as well. So let us raid Sunshine right now. She's live now. We might as well do it. Let's see here. So once the stream is done, this will redirect you to. We'll just see if she's here. Hello. There it is. Yay. Okay. We will redirect you to Sunshine FC. Okay. Make sure you say it's Sofia's Football Talk. Rate and big her up. Give her her stream. She makes great content. She's doing a watch along for the Aston Villa Newcastle game, which is going on right now. Oh, I gotta tune in. Pick up, people. See you tomorrow. Peace out. Sophie's out. Bye bye.